a dream that the Hindu community have had in Australia for such a long time that we're now helping to make a reality. So we can announce today that $8.5 million that will come from the federal government to help to build that school.
As the Indian diaspora has grown so strong in this country, I feel today that so will Hindu schools. The Hindu community has one school, two schools, many schools.
Voice aajKal, our medium, your message.
This is a dream come true. It's a dream that the Hindu community have had in Australia for such a long time that we're now helping to make a reality. And Professor, it was such a privilege to meet you a moment ago and to talk to the man who had this idea at the very beginning and to be here at this point in helping to make that dream, that idea real for Hindu children in our community and the Hindu children to come, children that aren't even born yet, whose lives will be changed by the school that we're going to help to fund. And so we can announce today that $8.5 million that will come from the federal government to help to build that school. I want to thank you, my friend Sai. I want to thank the Hindu Council. I want to thank the Hindu Education Group. I want to thank everybody for being part of this. Everybody has helped to make this a reality. And I want to thank this bloke here. Because if you go back to Australia in 1972, it doesn't look like the Australia that we live in and that we love today. Only, I think, 1% of Australians who were around in 1972 could trace their ancestry back to anywhere other than Europe. Now, almost 1 in 2 Australians are born overseas or their parents are born overseas. And Andrew, you took us through that journey of the Indian diaspora over the last 50 years or so, now almost 1 million people. And that is a living bridge between our two great nations, between India and Australia. The Indian population in Australia has doubled in the last decade. Think about that. And Hinduism is the fastest growing religion in Australia today. And I told Damundra and I told us when we were at dinner that if you drive around Sydney, you see churches and you see mosques, you see temples, and that's great. It shows us who we are. You know, this great multicultural nation. We're the best country in the world. And a big part of that is because we're made up of people from all around the world. But you drive around the streets of Sydney or the streets of Melbourne or streets anywhere, you won't find a Hindu school. You'll see Islamic schools, you'll see Catholic schools, Anglican schools, Buddhist schools. But you won't see a Hindu school. This little guy wants to
enroll?
See a Hindu school. Today we change that. Today we say that's not good enough. That for us to be the best country in the world with a population of Indian Australians of almost 1 million, that it's not right that there isn't a Hindu school in Australia and that we're going to fix that. And then we're going to invest $8.5 million to make that real, to make that a reality. And so that's why I say this is a good day. That this is a dream come true. I didn't need to be convinced, mate. But you convinced me anyway. And the Prime Minister didn't need to be convinced either. You were part of the meetings with the Prime Minister. So you were with the meetings with the Prime Minister as well. That nodding came from just a simple understanding and recognition that this is something that the government should do, must do, and will do. And I can't wait to be there with the shovel to turn the first sod to see this school become a reality. Because you know what? When it does happen, it's going to make the best country in the world even better. So thanks very much.
To me, I feel like this is one of those days. Because in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, in 30 years' time, when the Hindu community has one school, two schools, many schools, we will know that that started on this day. And all of us will feel so proud to have been part of that. And I want to begin by thanking Education Minister Jason Clare, because from day one, when this idea was presented to him, he grabbed onto it. The real heroes in this room, though, are all of you that have put your blood, sweat and tears into this concept. From very humble beginnings, from the twinkle in the professor's eye, to the hard work of getting the concept working together, putting together all the details, putting all the money at risk to buy the land, a huge leap of faith on the part of the community, and then working every day to put it together. I take my hat off to all of you and the Hindu Council, everybody from the Hindu Education Group. You really should feel such pride in this moment, and I hope you do. So well done. That seed that was planted has grown into a blossoming, beautiful tree, an incredibly important part of the broader Australian community. And for me, today is about recognising that tree and putting the support around it. And that's why we are here to announce funding for Australia's first Hindu school. From little things, big things grow, and just as the Indian diaspora has grown so strong in this country, I feel today that so will Hindu schools. From the seed that we're planting into something that in decades to come, we can all watch and be proud of. And I'm so proud that the government has decided to support Karma Kitchen in this way. It is one of the gifts, one of the many gifts, but an important gift that the Indian community in Australia gives to the whole Australian community. A gift of love, a gift of food, a gift of charity. And so for me, it is one of the shrubs growing around the huge tree of the Indian diaspora, and one that I'm very proud that the government is able to support today. So thank you very much for being here.
We united our community from far and center. We, right from Northern Territory, I can say, till Tasmania, the spirit and energy is same, saying that we needed this. It's an overdue project. And they're all excited to see when will they get their turn of opening something similar in their regions or in their states. So yes, as Andrew said, in 10 to 30 years, I think we'll see lots and lots of schools or initiatives coming forward, but this will be the history. This is the day, 3rd of April, in making that history. We've been doing passionately, serving food or providing annadanam, which we say, is very close to all of us. And seeing a kitchen coming in that space, and which will also help us get the CHSP certification to provide Meals on Wheels and to all the seniors in the country.
Namaste everyone, and thanks for coming, and thanks for everyone to come here. And I think it was 12 years, Nihalji. 12 years ago, we came up with this idea. I think I still remember Julia Gillard, who came in and inaugurated the hall that we built in the Diwali function, and the concept of starting something like that 12 years ago. So to be here today and have this been approved and the journey of 12 years, it's worth waiting, is what I meant. And once again, thank you. And thank you.
Thank you very much for supporting this great cause of first the Hindu school and also the Karma Kitchen. It really means a lot to our community as such. Through the education where it's more practical orientated, we are really looking forward to have our children have this opportunity. And through that, I'm sure they are going to be the best, bring the best out of them, and they can also give it back to the community.
It means a lot to children like me that grew up here and have had the opportunities that Australia has offered them, and to allow the same opportunities for our children as well. So thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrew, and thank you so much, Jason. There was this, our Swamiji JT, Swamiji, who mentioned very well one very good thing, that maybe the Australia is the only country who gives the opportunity to learn about their cultures and everywhere, like through the public schools as well. And really appreciate Australia. Everyone appreciate Australia for that. But after that also there was one thing missing, and where we wanted to have all these topics from our own communities or our own religious cultures to be part of the curriculums. And that's the opportunity that we were looking out for.
VG Times. Be with the times.